Batman does not eat.
These videos are not for children. If you are a children, then piss off.
Hey there, it's me, your least favorite YouTuber, Infuso. And I usually cover a variety of topics here. You know, I talk about TV shows, I talk about movies, I talk about wrestling, and recently, mostly, I talk about Batman. But it's very rarely, actually no, it's never that I explore the life of a fictional character. And for good reason, because I like to leave that to the bozo who wrote the 50 Shades series. And yet today, I'm here to do just that very thing. And of course it's Batman, because who else would it be at this point?
Please, it's Batman!
The reason I'm bringing this up on the channel is because both friends in my personal life and subscribers on video comments, Facebook posts, and Twitter DMs have all been asking my opinion on this, which I find both endearing and also very, very strange. Like somehow overnight, I've become the guy that people want to comment on all things Batman. I'm some kind of Dark Knight aficionado over here. And before I go any further, I just want to alert everybody, I'm not anybody important, I'm just some douchebag with an internet connection, so take my word for exactly what it is and nothing else. But I thank you nonetheless. Harley Quinn is a show that centers around Harley Quinn. The show is a much more adult take on the world of Batman. And being as such, you can pretty much expect a litany of F-bombs, inappropriate jokes, and other South Park-esque gags. They like to push the limits on that show, but it seems that they pushed a little bit too far this time and they found their limit. It was recently announced that during Season 3 of the show, Warner Brothers nixed a scene that would see Batman take a bite out of crime. No, you know what, I take that one back. That's not a good analogy and it just sounds really painful. Those at Harley Quinn had to scrap a scene that would show Batman kissing Catwoman on the lips. Not necessarily the pair that you're thinking of. This was deemed inappropriate for The Dark Knight as the higher-ups insisted that heroes don't do that. And hold up, because I take some issue with that there. You mean to tell me a man who dedicated his life to his city wouldn't dedicate his love to his lady? He'd do anything for Gotham. But he wouldn't do everything for Catwoman?
I would do anything for love, but I won't do that.
I don't know, I find it hard to believe. This man has sacrificed his mental health, his physical well-being, and his social life for a crime-ridden, torn-down city. It's really clear to me, at least, that this guy is a giver.
You've given them everything.
Not everything. Not yet.
Like, yes, obviously Batman has been known to think outside the box. But this is the exception to that. This is the one time I think he would think in it. Look, all I'm saying is that he's one of the only characters in the main DC lineup whose mask literally has handles. There's a mouthpiece missing on that cowl for a reason. Again, I don't work for DC, but as an avid reader, watcher, and lover of all things DC, I personally think the dude is a little bit hungry for more than just justice. That's just me. Batman took liberty into his own hands and decided to do the job the GCPD didn't want to do. So what makes you think he wouldn't take matters into his own hands, and mouth, and do the job that others definitely want him to do? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You shouldn't be a member of the Justice League if you're not actively acting in the favor of equality. And considering that he spent a good chunk of his career chasing after a pussy cat, he should at least know what to do when he finally gets it. Her. You know what I mean. When people in need shine that bat signal high in the sky, Batman doesn't just show up and say, "No, I don't do that."
Oh, we could give it a try. I'll bring the wine. You bring your scarred psyche.
There are desperate people out there, Bruce. It's your heroic duty to take care of them. Apparently, a lot of the reasoning for pulling the bat off the cat is over a fear of people not wanting to buy toys of someone who does that. But I can think of a slightly different demographic who would very enthusiastically buy toys of something that did that. I mean, granted, those toys would probably be sold in a different toy aisle and store, come to think of it, but still, the sales would be there nonetheless. So let me get this straight. We can show Harley's crack, we can have Professor Psycho call people We can show Harley and Poison Ivy getting contagious, but God forbid we show Batman enjoying a piece of Catwoman pie. That's too far!
Wouldn't say no to a slice of that pie, know what I mean?
You know, let me go ahead and take it a step further. Batman and Robin can sleep in the same bed when Robin was at a very questionable age. You can put a butt on top of Harley Quinn's butt. You can have Harley Robin. You can show a child being brainwashed and brutalized. You can make Batgirl and Bruce get it on top of a rooftop. You can have Batman steal his son's girlfriend, impregnate her, and have her miscarry. You can have Poison Ivy trap and make questionable innuendo toward a very, very young Robin. You can make a movie sympathizing the lead villain, almost glorifying his villainy. And you can show the shadow of the night, if you know what I mean. But if Batman goes down, so do toy sales. I don't know. I'll tell you what, though. This would never be an issue with Nightwing.
You did very well. You lasted far longer this time. I meant in training, of course. He's very proficient when we have...
Corey!
So that just goes to show you that in more ways than one, he is Batman's successor. The goal on you to call yourself Batman when you're neither Bat nor Man. You're bitch. Obviously, this is all in good fun, but in my expert opinion, Batman slides down the bat pole. No, wait. That could be misconstrued. Let me try this again. It is my professional opinion that Batman has been known to tangle with the criminal underworld. And the criminal underworld's criminal underworld.
Oh, what's the matter?
My tongue keeps getting caught in the mouth slit.
Don't stick it in the slit then.
I can't help it.
Of course, this ridiculous scenario has led to a lot of interesting takes. Some by former Batmen themselves, and some by those who wrote him. Zack Snyder even got in on this, which I'm not entirely sure if I could post the full picture here. I think I'll get demonetized. But there, okay? For anyone who says Zack Snyder doesn't understand these characters, there's your proof of the contrary. He knows. He gets it. And so does Catwoman, and that's what's important here. But I just love that so many people asked me what my stance was on all this. Why would you ask me such a thing? Like, why me? Why would you ask me this? Is this all just because I once drunkenly tweeted Jeff Johns asking him if Cyborg had a dick? Is that what this is about? Because I get it then. I understand, it makes sense that you would ask me. Anyway, with all that being said, I'm Infuso, and I approve this message.
I am vengeance. I am the night, and that was Infuso. Just remember, if you're not tuning in, then you're missing out.
So, if you like the words that came out of his mouth hole, and you too would like to become a V-generate, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, nerds!
And if you're not joining the fun, you're in for one bad day. And you know what they say about having one bad day?
Catch him next time. Same bat time. Same bat channel.
How about we do that move you taught me last weekend?
Now? I admire your boldness, but what will the team think?